So, I mean, I don't know how you start a podcast.
Good morning, America. How you doing? We with 6IX804 2.3, and we have a special guest today, young PicRegal, aka Henrico County Daquan.
Hey, that's how you want to start it. How you start it. That's how you go.
Hey, first and foremost, I just want to sit there, come on here and tell you first and foremost, I am proud of you for this old experience. You did this. It came out tremendous so far. The setup, nothing was hard. Everything's just all in the process. But I'm proud of you for the fact of basically actually taking your story of this and actually making it happen. And I couldn't be more happy to be involved / helping. So let's give Mr. 6IX804 a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, you know, I mean, yeah. Because I see, now I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was young, like my grandma used to watch Lifetime a lot, so like I'm already kind of like, you know what I'm saying, kind of scarred off of that.
My grandma used to watch The Guiding Light all the time. Reba. Did you watch Guiding Light?
Man, all I remember is General Hospital, What's Name, One Life to Live, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff I don't remember.
That's right, Angel.
Certain stuff like that. I do remember Chucky. If we talking about scary movies, is that what you brought up with the show? Was that a scary movie? Because it sounds like it, the name of it.
Hey, my question is, what is a podcast? Like.
If you want to know, in my opinion, because
I mean, we got Moni over here asking what's a podcast and want to know what it's all about. But what is a podcast? Is this even a podcast or is this a show?
What I think, whether it's a show, podcast, this is an opportunity to go over people's opinions off of things. Whatever the subject is, you're conversating off of the opinion or the subject, and you're putting an opinion to it. That's honestly what I see a podcast. Any podcast or anything, because that's all you're doing, just sitting there talking about a subject and putting your opinion to it. And one thing about the society we live in, people love to hear somebody else's opinion sounding just like theirs, or disagreeing with that opinion and having their own opinion saying to it. That's what sells. We're in a society right now where drama sells, or positivity sells,
or sex sells.
Of course. Got to create that, of course. Shout out to Bang Bros. Camera, it directly on you. All the nerves and all the sweat glands and all the, you know what I'm saying, your hands, palms get start sweating. All the nerves just feel like high school all over again. But
tell the people what you do. Tell the people what you like to do.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a lover, not a fighter. So, you come with any controversy towards me, just let you know right now, I'm not going to argue back with you. I got mace. So,
like Charleston White, huh?
Yeah, Charleston White. Like, hey, you know, I ain't going to get that far. I ain't going to get that far, but, you know, outside of that, I'm a photographer. You know what I'm saying? I do multiple things. I'm a hardworking man, CDL driver, Henrico County. Outside of that, man, I pretty much do certain things that, because I was a huge doubter of myself growing up, like, and it all kind of started with middle school, believe it or not.
Middle school was awful, man.
Yeah, middle school.
Middle school. I can't. Yeah. Was it middle school or high school that was more awful for me?
High school was more of a, you know, like
kids can be bullies and they mean.
But the same bullies that used to bully you, that used to be like top 10 in the nation, is somewhere working at McDonald's right now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's so funny how I look at things. Since I wasn't as popular in school, and like the people that I see like that's like what's like downright popular or downright, you know what I'm saying, gorgeous that you just wanted to be with. Oh, she's my crush or whatever. They're, you know what I'm saying. Some of them, you know, went to college and now they're working, you know what I'm saying, office max somewhere. Or same thing with the jobs. You know what I'm saying? Some guys are just doing certain things to where it didn't relate to anything to them. Then you see the nerds, or you see the guy that wasn't, people that weren't most popular, they're pretty much doing their thing as successful for what they were doing.
You know, you talk about that, but it's a book. I can't think of it too.
Yeah, you can max out your popularity, but you know, you just got to own up to it, because one thing I realized about popularity, you know, once that good old 18 is gone and you put 18 more years on that, you know, you're not going to have that same popularity.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be funny. You probably have same amount of people, same amount of class, you know what I'm saying, what you thought you had, but a lot of people, one thing in life, a lot of people that comes in your life, sometimes some of them won't even make it to that age.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people think that you have to impress, like, and that's like the one thing with high school. I think you have to impress certain people. You have to show a simple standard, but in the way of life, the only person you have to impress is yourself.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to. God didn't put you on this earth just to sit there and impress 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying?
You can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people
all of them. You can't.
all the time.
And if it's one thing I could sit there and teach in school, I don't know what the subject would be, but I would just teach. You know what I'm saying? You here for a purpose, not for the purpose not for the person right next to you or the person behind you. You here for yourself.
I mean, the older we get, man, the more you think about death. The more you think about the people around you that's dying, young people that you went to school with dying, and it's just like how quickly it can come to you. It's just, I don't know, tough, man. And trying to find that balance of it all.
I mean, I was always, you know, I always just looked at situations the way it's just like, at a young age, I never really understood death. Just obviously, just like death in the family or whatnot, and just certain things. But you know, like this past, obviously like 4 years ago, my father passed. I looked at my father as Superman. I looked at my uncle as Superman. You see what I'm saying? Like, as much as they went to the doctor, as much as they had health issues, as much as they had this, they had that, they always made it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They talked to God plenty of times, but they always made it back. So, believe it or not, my father passed April 30th, and my uncle passed April 18th in the same year.
Yeah.
So, that crushing blow, believe it or not, for my 2 male role models that I grew up and looked up to, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be the hustler, I wouldn't be the person I am today. But I will admit to you guys that just off of them going, that showed me that basically nobody is invincible. When it's your time, it's your time.
Yep.
And when it comes down to it, you have to prepare for things like, because nobody wants to think about, oh, well, yeah, my mom is going to pass, or my grandmother.
You know,
nobody wants to think about that right now. But
I ain't trying to interrupt you, but coming back to mommy again, I mean, deal with it. But that's, like, when people die, what's the first thing they talk about is a GoFundMe, right?
Yeah.
Instead of having an insurance policy, because you could be 16, 18, 21, 24, but you should always have some kind of protection against your life or help to benefit yourself. Because when you go, you never know the time, and you don't want to be 25 years old trying to pay for a $6,000 funeral or a $7,000 funeral, and you can't afford it. So you...
I literally, and what you're saying is absolutely right, because I give it to you, like my grandma was able to sit there and take out a policy for, obviously, you know what I'm saying, for my father and my grandfather, to where she was able to sit there and pay for my grandfather's cremation and my dad's cremation. So just that little $10 that, you know what I'm saying, State Farm takes out of your check for all those years, you know what I'm saying, you think it's not doing nothing, but it's actually contributing and helping to that situation. So, believe it or not, me being the age that I am, I'm just knowing that, believe it or not, last year.
Yeah.
See, I knew nothing about, you know what I'm saying, okay.
The stuff they don't teach you in school.
Yeah, the stuff they don't teach you in school. So, and it's like, and I don't know, what's the name, I'm glad you sat there and said that about school. Let's get one thing straight. I'm not against school, I swear I'm not, but if it's one thing that I would want, like just for the school system, because I'm a real belief person that I don't think it's right that I have to be in debt just to be taught something.
So we talking about college? Or
College.
Public school?
No, public schools. In my opinion, what's the name? You should be able to tell a student that, hey, look, you can be whatever you want to do as long as you put the time and effort and the mind to it.
Well, I think they try to put you in a box in public schools, or when what's it called? Primary school, well, 1 through 12, and I think they're trying to put you in a box, and they complete that mission, and that's what you think. You become a box thinker.
Well, no, I believe that as well, but I also believe they sit there and put it in these kids' head that, hey, if you want to be something, yeah, you got to get this, you got to get this, you got to get that. And hey, by the way, you go up to this college, but for you to get this master in this, you're going to be $1,000 in debt for you to sit there and receive this piece of paper.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And then, you know,
it's not promised that basically once you come out, that you're even going to get that job.
Yeah, that's the truth.
You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, I honestly feel that opportunities come if you put the work and time and effort to it. I can be that person that sit there and that has this, their master in whatever it is, and they're supposed to be making this sort of money for being that master. I can sit there and do the same exact thing without having to go to college, but putting in work at a decent job like the county, 5, 8, 10 years, and make basically what that same person is making, just with, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, you're not guaranteed that job.
Yeah.
Once you come out, the amount of time that you have to sit there and put in for school, it's the same amount of time I can sit there. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, Jimmy. I've seen you do it. And with the name, you didn't become a foreman with all in a 3-4 year period.
I won't still going getting paid diddly squad. So,
but look.
I guess you, like you said, I upgraded just slightly.
But of course we sitting there saying, well, obviously but you see how you upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Obviously your pay wasn't the same to what you originally got hired from being for what you are with being a supervisor. So it's like the same. If you're gonna put that,
I started as a janitor.
Yeah.
So
I
started as a janitor.
I forgot all about that. You did something.
Working in a high school.
Damn, you did tell me you was a janitor.
I was a janitor. I mean, I'm proud of that though.
No,
I was a janitor for like 6 years, man.
Oh, trust me. When I graduated high school, I told my mom I wanted to be a trash man. They looked at me crazy. So,
you need a CDL to be a trash man. So I mean, can't go wrong with a CDL.
No, I wanted to be the person on the back.
oh man, so, you ain't got the CDL.
Yeah, so I was all messed up when I left high school. I was like, dang.
You wanted to be. Hey, I just thought about something. hey, I got a funny story. So Monet. And Monet got this. It's her cousin, right? And he got a daughter, right? And they asked the daughter what she wanted to be when she grew up, right? Guess what she said, man?
What she said?
An umbrella.
Hey, I feel that though. Because look, there's two ways you can look at an umbrella. You can look at it as closed. You know what I'm saying? That means you want to be closed-minded. You want to sit there. But hey, if that joker open and it's a windy day, you can sit there. You know what I'm saying? You can float to your opportunities. Anything can happen.
I guess, man. But I don't know about being an umbrella when I grow up.
I don't know, man. I look at it as, you know.
I mean, I'm a 6-year-old girl, so I guess.
I'm just saying, but I mean, that's different. You look at stuff like that, you just like, dang, an umbrella. An umbrella can be different type of fabric, different type of material. So hey,
I don't want to be an umbrella. I don't want to be an umbrella. I guess if I had to be an object, what object would I want to be? I don't know, cause it ain't be a car, cause people dog a car out.
Goodness gracious, man! I could be an object. Yeah, I'd say I want to be a sink.
Why is that?
Heck, man, what's the name? You can drink from it.
So you gonna be drinking from yourself, or
no,
would you be the one you want somebody to drink from you?
I'm helping the community.
But what if you're not? What would you be a sink at?
A household.
What household?
You said if I could be a sink, you said an inanimate object, right?
Yeah.
It's like the umbrella. An inanimate object is I could be anywhere, whatever.
Oh, so you just gonna pop up anywhere?
Yeah, this is heck, man. Water here. We look. We don't want to be no sewer. We already know how the sewer works. Oh man, goodness gracious! Shouts out to the pump station.
A paintbrush or paint.
They got to come to the sink too after they finish being used.
Yeah, that's true.
So you still need, look. You still gonna need. You know.
So you want to be needed.
Hey, if it's helping the community, you need some. Look. When the baby.
So you want to be water, not.
Oh no, you missing the whole point. See,
so you could be a sink with no water.
That's.
So you want to be a sink with water. So would you want to be the water or the sink?
I can be both. Because.
Well, you're gonna be one object, so you're gonna be the water or the sink.
So how the heck is you gonna sit there and be a paintbrush when a paintbrush ain't used for nothing but something you painting on a piece of...
All right, okay. Are we breaking it down to, do I want to be the bristle or the paintbrush? or the handle of the paintbrush, or we just gonna go by the whole thing? You gonna be the sink with water.
See,
so I want to be the paintbrush with the paint. That's perfect. The paintbrush and the paint.
Now I tell you one thing: if somebody was high listening to this, they would be so thinking. You know, like what I say, you know. But in all seriousness, if you want to put it that way, the two combine with each other. That's just like with the sink. Well, the sink need to, you know, you got to be the one thing. You know, the sink needs bolts to sit there and put the pieces together.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you could, I can't do that.
You can't just sit there and say, see, a paintbrush needs multiple things just for it to be a paintbrush.
But that's everything. You need multiple things for everything that you think about it.
Yeah.
Because you think about water, that's H2O, that's hydrogen. No, it's what, two parts of hydrogen and 1 part oxygen, right? You know, right?
No, I didn't know that. I'm be honest with you, man. I ain't really pay attention like that to all that. Like, you know what I was doing.
And then you know if you add, I think it's H2O, and then you add a O2 to it, and that makes hydrogen peroxide. So the reason why hydrogen peroxide is in a brown bottle is because if it loses that one molecule of oxygen, it becomes water. Did you know that? That's why the bottle is brown. You don't care, do I?
No,
I'm being honest though. Hydrogen peroxide is like the next step up from water.
No,
that's why if you taste hydrogen peroxide, it tastes like water. It got the same taste. It just got that more of a foamy taste to it. But if you have it in your mouth long enough, it'll turn to water. I guess scientifically, but I'm no scientist. But if you look it up, that's the truth. But can we use our phone? On our phone for Google.
I mean, I would, man. What's saying that because I actually truly want to know.
All right, let's look it up. Oh, my phone about to die.
So what do you call that stuff when we was changing the meter boxes? So is that carbon dioxide and all that stuff in there?
Meter boxes.
Yeah. You know when we had to change the meters.
That was water. Meters where? What are you talking about, man?
The water meters.
That was water. H2O.
H2O.
With water.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. What's name like I wouldn't even sit there and think of nothing like that. I look at water and just be like, okay, it's in the bottle, and then you got they come out the sink.
You know, the one thing I can read. Why do people have trouble reading out loud? Like if I read this out loud, I sound like a complete idiot. I'd
be embarrassed. I'm be honest with you. I'm embarrassed to read out loud to see how my.
You know, the funny part, my last name starts with W, right? So, you know, they'll go around the class, and, you know, most of the time you're set in alphabetical order, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I never had to read out loud, really, through my whole years of school, because my last name was W. So by the time we got to me, the book was done, you know? So I never had to read out loud, and that was so nice to me. I hated reading out loud. I was so happy my last name was W. It don't make no sense.
I ain't gonna hold you. What's the name later? People just get mad at me, because I had the ultimate... brushing ham, and like it'd be the point where the teacher be like, Mr. Watson, I got it.
Yeah, let me go to the next person.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Well, let me try to read this. I mean, I hope I don't sound like an idiot. It says, appears very similar to water. It's tasteless, odorless, and colorless. Unlike water, has two oxygen items. What is it? Two oxygen. What was that word? That's A-T.
What is it? Oxygen.
Atoms. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Atoms. Two oxygen atoms instead of one, and it's slightly thicker than water. Another difference between hydrogen peroxide is it's not stable as water. It's reactive. So that's why the bottle is brown on hydrogen peroxide. We got completely off subject. We were talking about one thing, and we got to another thing, and we got to another thing, but that's why the bottle is brown on hydrogen peroxide. And I was right.
So it's slime.
You ever like brush your teeth with hydrogen peroxide?
No, I brush it with toothpaste that come out the stove.
But you ever looked at that toothpaste hydrogen peroxide in it? Check it out. Most toothpaste now has hydrogen peroxide in it. It's supposed to whiten your teeth.
Well, with a show of heck, no. I'll let you know right now. What's like, you want to know what whitens your teeth? The dentist. When he put the tools to it.
Yeah, you're right.
When he put the tools to it. This little toothpaste stuff, all we doing is sitting there setting our day off with Minty Fresh. So, And look, and they doing that for Starbucks now for only $4.99 small. That's funny. I done shouted them out and everything. You think you can? You know what I'm saying? You think you can?
Yeah, I ain't gonna say too much about that. You know.
On another topic. What do you see as successful in your mindset? What do you see as, okay, if I do this, then this is what I see as successful? Like a big accomplishment.
No, my exception is $1 million, but I guess $1 million wouldn't really show that you're successful. So I guess love, like people loving you and being loved and spreading love is being successful. I guess. I mean, what's being successful? I guess money ultimately is what everybody wants to be successful, but I mean, what is the true? I mean, what's the true meaning of success? I mean, it's always a journey, I guess. I don't know. I always think about $1 million. That's all I ever talk about, $1 million. I don't kill no ants. I'm not gonna kill no bug. And every time I let the bug live, I say, go out in the earth and get my $1 million. I still don't got it yet.
Well,
You know, that's my obsession. I don't kill no animals. I don't kill no bugs. I just let them live. And every time I let them live, if they're in the house, I let them go back outside. And every time I release them, I say, get my $1 million. But is $1 million really gonna show success? But what's your idea of success?
believe it or not, it's not even money. It's to be stable.
Stable.
It's to be stable.
But do you need money to be stable?
Money comes with that, but I don't have to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I could be broke. I got money, regardless. But either one, whether I don't have money, I can still be stable.
Yeah,
I can still
mean,
be stable. I can still be stable enough to sit there and know what I have to do to get from here and there to life. Just not even trying to be fun, just like a homeless person.
You know, we really don't need money. So I guess you don't need money to be stable because I guess being stable, you don't need money. But I guess they train you to be stable. To think money brings stability. But like you were saying earlier, when you get sick, it changes everything, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The money means nothing when you... But
Not trying to be funny, but if you're sick, say once again, you're a homeless person, you sick, you go right to the hospital. They can't deny you.
Yeah, you're right.
They gotta. Whether you got the money to get that prescription out, they said they gotta give you something just for that moment.
Yeah.
To sit there and make you somewhat okay.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give you the best care, I guess.
But it's still something.
Yeah.
It's still something. What's name? Like I said, you can look at it both ways, whether with money or not without money. If you have that, if you have a stable mindset.
Yeah, I guess the mindset. Your mindset
Yeah,
is stable because once your mindset becomes unstable, you become unstable.
Yeah.
And they say, I read a lot of books, but they say that we as humans are animals, and we only just a few steps from becoming an animal. And the only thing that really keeps us from becoming an animal is being stable minded. Because you see, when people start losing that stable mind, they start going crazy and doing crazy stuff. That's because we're animals, ultimately. But we have to keep a stable mindset.
Like that thing good too, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, can we talk about that? I mean, I'm not trying to like advertise for this company. I mean,
I think this is the best thing smoking outside of the
it's awful.
Awful.
Gatorade Zero or Gatorade 2 is awful. I don't like the aftertaste.
No, the Zero.
The regular, I don't like it.
You run that thing in the freezer for about 30 minutes, let it get all frozen up, you don't taste nothing but water.
What's not good when you freeze it?
Hey man, give a clap for that. What's not good?
Everything is good.
Lord,
Everything is good frozen.
everything is good frozen. If anybody want to sit there and debate on that, that's stupid. What I'm telling you right now, listen to anything frozen is delicious.
Iceberg lady used to make money off us. All that she did was make Kool-Aid and froze it, and she sold it to us for 50 cents.
You said frozen?
You know, Iceberg. You had Iceberg lady. Do you know what that is?
Freezies. That's what I'm crying. I ain't never heard frozen. That's what you talking about.
What did I say? Freezing? I say frozen. What did I say?
You said frozen.
Frozen. Yeah. You know what Iceberg lady is, right? You had an Iceberg lady in your neighborhood?
When we used to stay at Church Hill, we had somebody that used to sell a little Kool-Aid frozen thing.
Yeah, that's the Iceberg lady, right?
We ain't call it no Iceberg. We call it the Freezes.
The freeze lady.
No, Freeze.
Who?
Freezes.
That's her name?
No, they go to Freezy person.
Was she a lady or a man?
Oh,
It'd be weird if a man was selling that.
yeah, I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't think nobody would let a lady.
Back in the day in Church Hill, man, you had anything. I couldn't even leave the front porch.
What? My mic down. What are you talking about, man? You said put my mic down?
You can't see your face.
I don't need to see my face. All you gotta do is hear my voice. It ain't about me.
That's
It's
gangster.
about this man. I'll go try to cover my face up more. Be like Kanye West. Wear a mask all the day long. I don't want nobody to see my face. I just want to be a gray man or something.
Speaking of that, how do you feel about Kanye?
Uh,
And before you sit there and everybody gets all objective and all that, this question is describe I want you to describe about a certain situation to where you felt positive about Kanye, not the negative. Positive moment with Kanye.
what's his first album? His first album was
College Dropout.
College Dropout. That's positive. That whole album was everything. Everything about college. Was it College Dropout?
College
Everything
Dropout,
about.
see.
And then what was the one with? The second one was good
Late
too.
Registration.
Late
So you
Registration. My favorite song on Late Registration was the song with Cameron. And then the last song I forgot what it was.
Too
We can
late.
go to the phone.
No, it was too late. Keep going.
Yeah.
Go.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I know I keep on bringing up Mooney, but I seen you had a rap song. Hey, right? And now you was pretty good though, you know. And the thing is, man, I think you should have kept it going.
Oh, you talking? What rap song are you talking about, man?
When you on Instagram when you made it with us rapping or singing,
Oh,
the Rod Wave type thing you had going on.
Well, see, that's the thing. That was just one of those things.
Wait.
It's private session. Shout out to private session, man.
Private.
The song was gone.
Casing.
What are you saying? If you
The
got
song
something,
was
to say,
gone.
who?
Gone.
Oh yeah, gone. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon. 2 minutes late, but he told us, didn't it?
We'll go to all.
Yeah, what's that gone? What's that? I was.
Oh, he just was saying that, Brandon. So what you doing?